So the first thing you want to do is to download a software called Handbrake. The icon is a pineapple and a wine glass. So just open up your web browser and search for Handbrake and install Handbrake, and let's just put Handbrake to the side. So next thing I want to do is just open up Davinchi Resolve. So I'll just open it and allow it to boot. And I'm recording and doing a lot of things at the same time, so it's a bit slow. Usually it just boots up very fast. And this is the public beta. So why is it doing that? Now, it depends. There are a lot of reasons why it depends. There are a lot of plugins you can install on your system that will help any video playing program to basically manage those videos. So if you're using a different type of camera, for different type of cameras would require different plugins. Sometimes those plugins are missing, and Davinchi doesn't want to get into any legal issues, so they don't have all the plugins available. That's what I think. Some of them are open source plugins, some of them are not free. So, but some other softwares like CapCut and Premiere Pro, they come in with tons of those plugins, and they allow you to play the program. They allow you to play videos from any source. With Davinchi Resolve, you might need to convert that. So let's just create an empty project. I'll just create this empty project, and I'll show you what I mean. So I have a clip, and here I'll just go to the media panel because I can easily check my hard drive that has most of my videos. So I'll just click on that real quick so I don't waste any time. I'll go to Beast Cam, and I think I call this Black Magic, and I go to media. So here, exactly. So you can actually see media offline. So that's the error. It's the media offline error. But I know this media is there. If I drag this to the media pool, like so, and I try to play this, right? So we're getting this error right here. And if we go over to, say, our edit, so our edit panel here, or let's go to the cut panel. And we still try to create this. So I'll create new timeline using the selected clip, and I'll hit create. So we can actually see that media is not playing, and this is not what we want. We want our media to play. Now by dragging this, it can play the audio. That's why we're getting the levels going up and down. It means it can play the audio, but the video, there's a problem with the video. So let's go ahead and fix the video. So to do that, that's where Handbrake is going to come into play. Now with Handbrake, you can fix videos in batch, and what this program will let you do is to also rotate a video in case you record. Especially I notice with my mobile phone, if I record a video, it's like I record it in landscape, but if I bring it into Davinchi Resolve or CapCut, it makes it into a portrait orientation. So you can easily rotate that, but you can do that with Handbrake directly, so that whenever you bring it into your favorite video editing software, it doesn't do that. So let's do this real quick. So drop a file or set of files or folders here. I'll just open a file. Now if you have multiple files, you can open them all here. I'll just go to that folder where I have, this is Beast Cam, and I called it Black Magic and Media. So these are the media clips over here. I think it's this one. Let's just go ahead. I don't think it's that one. Let's just look for something else. See, I have this one called No Lion Hotel. Yeah, so these are .mov files. So I'll just bring in anyone, say this one. So I'll just open this in that program here. So it's going to scan the title and do whatever, and it will bring in that image, that video, sorry. So now that we have that video in there, let's maximize this. So the first thing you'll see is that the source view is in portrait mode. I want it to be in landscape mode. So what I can do is here, go to dimensions and orientation and cropping rotation. I can rotate this to 270 degrees, and there's a preview option. So let's click preview, and you can see it's actually good now. So all I did was, it was 90, so I rotated it to 270, and we're good. So that means that video's orientation has been fixed already. Now there's a resolution limit. It's actually a HD resolution, 1920 by 1080p. That's how I recorded this, so I'll just leave it here, and that's it. So for the summary, it just, you can actually see it's in landscape mode now, which means we're good. So here is the track. That's the codec. It's H.264. So let's go to video, and this will give you more information about the codec. Now here I want this to be very high. So this, if I drag this here, is going to be low quality. I want this to retain its quality, so I'll just leave it at the placeable quality. And the average bitrate, I'll just leave everything as it is. I usually like setting things at 24 FPS. I'll just set this to 24. And the video encoder, this is where you can set it to MP4 or anything. I recorded this in H.264. I'll just leave it there, but you can set this to MP4. It's still going to work. Now, once you've done that, and this is a 4-minute clip, we'll just click on Start Encode. And once we're done with that encode, I'm going to import this encoded video back into Davinci Resolve and see if we can play it. So that's what Handbrake does. It's a very powerful software that has a lot of codecs, and basically these are programs that help fix issues with your video. You can play around with video, you can play around with filters, and a lot. Now sometimes you might not have Handbrake, so I'll show you how you can do especially the video rotation using a program like so. So while it's doing that, so while it's encoding, I'll just quickly open up VLC and show you how you can fix that same problem using VLC. So here's VLC. I'll just go to media, and I'll just go to I think there's the recent media played here, like this one. So this is a course I'm working on, and sometimes in case this is not rotated, just go to tools and go to effects and filters, and under there go to video effects, and under geometry, this is where you can rotate. So if I go over here to rotate, you can see I'm rotating by 90 degrees, and you can always set any angle. So in case your video is like this, you can just rotate it back to any angle you want to fix the video, like that. It's a bit challenging to do that. I'll just turn off the rotate, and you can also use transform. So transform is the shorthand method. You can transform to any angle. I'll just set this back to the way it was, and that's how you can use VLC to fix the video. I'll just close this to see that in action. So I'm just going to pause the recording, and once this is done, we'll get back and import this exported video back to Handbrake. Now you can have multiple videos. So in case you have 10 videos and you want to fix all 10 videos and make sure you fix their frame rate, all you need to do is to go over here and go to add to queue, and it says the file already exists, would you like to overwrite it? So I'll just say no, but you can add multiple videos to queue. We can open up another source here and add, say, this one, and hit open, and this is going to scan the video the same way it did, like scan the other one, and then we can add that to a render queue. Basically, it means the first one is working, the other one is going to be stacked on top. Once it's done, it's going to do the next one that's on top. So that's the render queue thingy right here. So here we can just click on add to queue, and now under queue we can see there's a blue number 1. It just tells us that, hey, you're actually rendering this video to MP4 and you're fixing it. So once that's done, we have another one on the queue right here, which has these actions you want to change, and you can go to edit, and are you sure this will be removed from the queue if you need to change anything, and that's going to work. So that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video, and once that's done, I'll get back and we can continue working on this. All right, so our video has just converted. All right, so our video has just converted, and let's go ahead and see that. So this is the location. I believe it stored this in the destination directory. I just want to find out where it is. So it has stored this in my videos folder. So I'll just drag that real quick into Davinci Resolve so we can just continue working from there. So I just have this like minimized a bit, and I just drag this into the bin like so. I'll just drag this over here and to copy that, and you can see it's actually recognizing that. So it means that has worked. So we just play this. So we can see it's working in Davinci Resolve. So why is this happening? Well, it happens because sometimes if I go over here to this gear icon, we can see the timeline frame rate. So you might have recorded in a different frame rate, and then Davinci Resolve sees that your video has different frame rates. So you might want to make sure you set a specific frame rate. Basically, if you're recording at 24 FPS, you want to just set it to 24 FPS, and you can set the frames per second in Davinci Resolve in the handbrake as well. So let's just go back. I'll minimize this, and so there are no jobs. I'll just close this one. Oops, I just closed that. No, I didn't close the program. It's still there. So here we can go to, under the video, you can go to constant frame rate and just click on that and set it to 24 or 30 frames per second, so you can just fix your frame rate issue for you. So is this because this is going to make it very difficult to use Davinci Resolve, you know, because each time you have to convert a video, and it took me quite a while to convert a 4-minute video. It took about 8 minutes, and my system is partially fast. So it's going to discourage a lot of people from using the program. So how do you solve this issue? You can first start by checking the settings on your device. I use an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I believe the higher end iPhones don't have this issue. You can just record directly and bring it in, but look for a setting that works for you and test it and see if it will accept and open up the video directly in Davinci Resolve. Once you're good with that setting, you can always use that setting to record your videos. What do I mean by that setting? Well, you could try the high-end format. You can record in MP4. You can go to your camera settings and capture at a specific video format, or you could use the quality mode on your iPhone or your Android phones. Just play around with the settings and see which setting the Davinci Resolve is going to accept. This will save you a ton of headache, especially when you're moving this. Or you could just use other software like CapCut, but the downside is you need to pay for it. And for people who are just starting out, or for students, or people who don't really have a steady source of income, or someone just trying to make it, doesn't really make sense to be paying for software like that, especially when you're not making a lot of money from it. If you're making a lot of money from CapCut, then why not? You could just pay for a yearly subscription and just keep on moving from there. So I hope this helps you fix the issue you're having when trying to use Davinci Resolve. I'll also find out if there's a way to have access to additional plugins that might allow you to improve the quality. Now, there's a plugin called Klite Codec Pack. I actually installed that on my Windows system. That's Klite, Klite Codec Pack, or Media Player Classic. These two can actually help you boost the kinds of videos that your program can play. So if there are some weird formats for videos you can't play, if you install these Klite Codec Pack, it will help you play those videos, and hopefully it might help you play that. Imagine trying to play a 3GP video from like 10 years ago. That might not really play these days, but if you have that codec pack, you might be able to do that. So once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next tutorial.